Hi guys, Arthur here again for the love of cars. I'm doing this video because I love cars. You're watching this video because you love cars. Everybody loved cars, right? Everybody, even in the times before Jesus, guys had things that work like cars. Anyway, today I want to talk about what you need to know as you go to do a service for your vehicle. If this is your first car or your second car and you didn't know what had to be done, now is the time for you to pay attention and watch everything. Now, there are two kinds of service normally that happen. One is what we call the normal service. You go to a petrol station, they change your engine oil, they change your oil filter, they blow through the air cleaner, they blow through your car, they grease the joints of the car, doors closing, blah blah blah, and all that. They blow the engine bay area, and yeah, that's the normal service that everybody is used to. Now, when you're going to do service of this kind, this is one of the things you need to know. You need to actually stand there and see these guys do the service for your car. You need to make sure that they open fresh, original oil. These guys are not your brothers and sisters. They don't care who you are. They don't care what you do. They don't care that you just bought your car. They don't care that you sacrificed money. They don't care that you have this car on loan. They don't care that you saved money for 5 years be able to buy this car. They don't care that if you lost this car, you may not be able to drive for like 2 years. They don't care that if this engine blew, you will park it. These guys don't care about you. You need to stand there and see them do everything. Yes, you need to see them remove the oil filter that was there. You need to see them pour the oil. You need to see them bolt it. You need to see them bolt the oil filter. You need to see them pour the new oil. So the other thing that I recommend you do every time you go to do this normal service is I recommend that you have that person check the plugs. Let them remove the plugs out of the car. But they don't check the plugs, do they? They never really check the plugs unless you ask them. So you ask them, or if you find it difficult to ask someone that is not willing to do something to do it, I recommend that you have a plug spanner handy and like a spanner size 10 and 12 so that you can do that at home, especially if you're a man. If you're a woman and you can do it, that turns people on to find a woman that can actually do stuff. So let them check the spark plugs to see how good are they. If they are not good enough, they'll tell you, then you need to change the plugs. But don't buy the plugs at the petrol station. They'll sell to you plugs at 120. I buy the plugs for my car, my Corolla 2001 from Toyota Uganda at 68 something. 60 something thousand, which is very affordable, much cheaper than Chiseka market, yet much more original. So and then they will tell you if they don't need to be changed, when they need to be cleaned, they'll clean them, then put them back. I recommend you do that to maintain the optimum power of your car. Then I also recommend that if should they remove the air cleaner and the air cleaner is dirty, let them also replace it. Okay, pay for it. It's about 30,000 or 35,000. You get. Then, because then you will have done what keeps your engine healthy, because the engine is what we need out of at the end to keep us moving. Then if you have a normal automatic gearbox, let them check the gearbox oil or hydraulic oil, what level it is at. If it is not at full, let them top it up. Okay, if it's really low, let them pour the little that is remaining and then put new hydraulic oil. If you can afford, you can change it. Normal service minus the gearbox oil normally costs between 90,000 and 120. Okay, so if you top up the air cleaner, that is 30, that's 150. Normally the hydraulic oil will cost you between 70 and 80, so you'll use around 200 and something. And you don't need to service your gearbox every time you service. You can service this twice a year or once a year, depending on how many journeys you make. But if you have a car that has a CVT gearbox, if you drive, for example, the Rush, those new cars, the Alphas, you drive the Fielder, you drive the Sienta, you drive the Paso, you have a CVT gearbox, don't service that gearbox at any service station. Okay? Or they have brought hydraulic oil and showed you and it reads CVT gearbox. It's normally in tins. Okay? So don't service your gearbox, your CVT gearbox. You can just drive it. They normally say that CVT gearbox oil is a forever oil. You can drive it forever until you dump your car. Okay, but should you want to service, go and buy trusted or recommended CVT gearbox oil by your manufacturer. If you're driving a Nissan, buy one. If you're driving Kia, buy one that is recommended by the manufacturer. So don't make a mistake of servicing your CVT gearbox from a petrol station or from a service station. That's what we call the normal service. Now, should you want to do full service, and full service is very recommended, but you can do this once a year. Once every year, you do full service of your car. Now, full service of your car normally involves everything that can be checked and replaced. Wali, the normal service, you're servicing the things that keep the car moving, which take it. But full service involves everything that can be checked, everything that can be replaced. Normally, when you go to a service station, they'll even check the battery level, water levels, and they'll check brake fluid. Okay, they'll check the water in the radiator. But if you're going to do full service, they will do all of that. But this is what will happen. Pour the water in the radiator, everything in the radiator, empty it, lock it up, put coolant and top it up with water. Okay, go to the brake fluid places, pour all the brake fluid that is in there, put in your brake fluid. Okay, now this happens only once a year. Okay, now go to the gearbox. Okay, if it's not a CVT, check how does your hydraulic oil look. Is it okay? Is it not okay? If it's not okay, then muyiwe, take a mombo pia. Okay, service the engine normally. Air cleaner, jisule eri newewe chali pia, take a mwenda, because we are doing full service. If your car has air conditioning, go to the cabin. What dashboard, cabin air filter. Now, for the guys that have AC and you don't know what the cabin air filter is, the cabin air filter is that filter that filtrates the air that you breathe when you locked up the windows and you're using air conditioning. So, cabin air filter, you can change it like once a year. Now you have remove it, throw, put a new one. Now, we have almost done everything that needs to be done there. Now, check the dashboard. Do you have any lights? Find a way of making sure all those lights go off. Sometimes the normal light that people have is either airbag or ABS. Now, normally the ABS comes because of the air control error. If you can buy the ABS control unit, buy it and put it there, and then it will change the vehicle. Now, we have done everything that needs to be done up here. So, with the air cleaner, plugs, when you're doing full service at the end of the year, that's normally in December before you go to the village. Buy new plugs. Toyota, then I have to go to Toyota and buy new plugs. Put them out and keep them. Then put the new plugs. So we are going down. Full service. They are going to check your brakes. They'll put all the tires off and check brake, like wheel by wheel, just trying to figure out is the brake. If the front brakes are off, you buy new ones. And I recommend, if you're doing this every once a year, buy all the brakes. So now, that's 50,000 front, 50,000 back, between 50 and 70, depending on where you buy. Okay. Now, those brakes, normally when you change brakes in December, you don't have to change your brakes until next December. That's from my experience. So that's you have done the brakes. Then they have to check the suspension system. Do you have shock absorbers? The shock absorbers are not good. Change all of them. Take a more center. The car is yours. Okay. Now, if that is okay, the shocks, then have to check the suspension plates. Do you are the bushes still there? They'll check the exhaust pipe. Does it have any holes? If it does, then they work on it. That full service will take a full day. Okay. You go to the garage at 8. You leave at 6 p.m. Okay. Now, I don't want you guys to take this for granted. Why? Because it's important for you to keep your car healthy. Now, this is where the question comes in. If you're going to be doing full service for our car at least once a year, at FA, the people, you guys, in December, you can give yourself a treat. Go to the doctor. Do a full body checkup. But are you healthy? Normally, a full body checkup will cost about over 600,000. I'm not clear. I've just thought about it. Since we do a full service for our cars, let's go do full body checkup so that they tell us. You can also do cancer screenings if you want. But full body checkup, how is the liver, how is the kidney, how is the heart, you get, how is the stomach, how are the lungs, how are the intestines, how are the eyes, mine are already giving away, how are the ears, how is the nose, they'll check everything. Anyway, that's a by the way, but I'm just thinking, if you can give your car a full service, why not give yourself a full service? That's something for us to think about. So that's the kind of service that you're going to be giving your car. And with everything they do, be there. And by the way, every time a mechanic tells you something is bad in your car, and they tell you don't need it anymore, keep it. May I have a store full of things. Everything they remove from my car, put in the boot. I go home, I put it in the store. Put it in the boot. I go home, I put it in the store. If you are, especially if you're a man, but if my mechanic tells me that, for example, if my steering rack is bad, why does he want to keep it? Make me buy a new one and then you keep the old one. For what? Put it in the boot. That's my policy. And my mechanics, I have like 6 mechanics. I have 3 mechanics in the village where I live, and then I have three mechanics around town. So whoever is nearer to me is the one that works on my car that day. But also you need to know that there are mechanics that will not work on things that require thinking. But then there are mechanics that will actually think, okay, what's the problem with this car? And then they solve it. So, but that's the 2 services. We have the normal service and then we have the full service. The normal service is normally cheap, 190,000 to 200 depending on what you have done. But the full service will cost you about 1.5 to 2 million depending on your car. Kakati, there are the guys that drive Nissans. A shock absorber for a Nissan is about I think 300, one shock absorber. For me, my Corolla, 2 shock absorbers cost me 200. So I 400, I have 4 shock absorbers. Nenjoga. Omusajja wa Subaru jamusanga ka 400, they buy 1 shock absorber. That's why I tell you guys, buy Toyotas. If you're a hustler like me, buy a Toyota anyway. Service is covered. The normal service, always make sure you sit there, whatever they change. You see. Sometimes I take even all the oil at home and I pour it on the gate like this to make it smooth. Yeah, but I don't take all of it, of course. I get like 1 or 2 liters to pour on that rail where the gate goes. Why should I buy lubrication oils when I can get the oil from my car? So, but sit there and see everything that is being done. I did this on this date, I did this on this date, I did this on this date. Because when you keep track of what the things that you fix on your car, then you can keep track of the health on your car. And then someone that will come to buy it from you, this is the service history. Most Ugandans don't keep service history. But if you have a service history, someone will actually take you more serious and give you more money. Because when and that's if you don't sell to brokers. You find people that are willing to buy. Anyway, that's service for today. I'll see you next time. Don't forget, I have live broadcasts every day, Monday to Friday at 7:10, 7:20. So come and watch the live broadcast. They are usually very engaging. I have a lot of people that come ask a lot of questions. They engage, they comment, things that will probably be helpful, and it's very entertaining as well. I say things on the spot. I answer questions on the spot, and it's very, very nice. Don't forget to share this video with a friend that you know needs it. Don't forget to share this channel with a friend that you know needs to discover it. Until next time, ciao.